Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? So you'll notice I'm flying solo today. Good news, bad news on that. Good news is Amanda's resting, I guess. Bad news, she's got another migraine. I think these have been due to stress with the impending trip, and this being the first trip after the American Airlines slash Arizona Game Fair debacle that we had. So therefore, what this means is a couple of things to you guys. First off, that means that well, there's not going to be an episode tomorrow night because we're not going to record it because Amanda's not in any shape to do so. So I apologize. So that's number one. Number two, we are. I. This is why we try not to plan too far out because things change. I alluded to the Gallerist possibly happening this week. Well, that's not going to happen, and you'll understand why as we get started. So this weekly look ahead is actually 3 weeks look ahead because it's going to be a really big 3 weeks. Starting on Tuesday, we're heading out to Leiria Con in Portugal, and then we come back for a week, and then I'm gone the following week, the entire week, to the Gama trade show. So we figure because it's going to be such an awkward, kind of strange 3 weeks, we thought we would go ahead and try and give you the plan for what the next 3 weeks are. And this is what we're shooting for. So you guys can plan accordingly, as it were, and go from there. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing today. Now, the chat, normally we pretty much honestly ignore the chat while we do this live on YouTube. However, this week, if you guys have any questions or whatever, as I go through this, I'll probably address them towards the end of the episode or at the end of the weekly look, the big week ahead. Big look ahead. That's what it'll be. So give me feedback. Let me know what you guys think. But I'm going to say it's as close to written as stone as we can plan 3 weeks out. Does that make sense? Cool. All right. So that said, let's go ahead and get started. So tomorrow night, we are going to be recording me. Well, you know what? I'll talk about that. That's why nothing's going on Monday. So on Tuesday, however, we have 2 live streams. We fly out. Our flight leaves at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday to go to Leiria, Portugal. However, we're going to be there before 3:30, which means we leave the house at 3 p.m. But because I don't want to neglect y'all, I feel it's kind of appropriate that we get a couple of live streams in on Tuesday before we go. So at 10 a.m. or 1000 Mountain Standard Time, that is 1700 UTC or 1800 CET, we're going to be live streaming Welcome to Centerville from Chad Jensen, who designed Dominant Species and Combat Commander et al., and published by GMT. We've been playing this a lot last couple days and thought, yeah, this would be a cool little stream to do for you guys. So we're going to do that. And it's going to be me and the 6 Saturdays and the Sunday crew. So it's going to be myself, Ash, Kleiker, and Ben Kutcher. So yeah, thought that'd be kind of a fun day. All right. So that'll be cool. Then about, give or take a little bit, however long that lasts, we're going to then switch over to caffeine. And about half an hour later, we're going to live stream Glory to Rome. This is not going to be a Glory to Rome session, so it's still going to be safe for work for the most part. But that said, we are going to play Glory to Rome over on caffeine, and thought that would be a fun way to spend the Tuesday with y'all before I have to bug out at about 1500 to fly. And Amanda should be getting home about that time, and we head off to Portugal. All right, so that is a busy Tuesday morning, early afternoon. So that's what we have on Tuesday, February 27th. Then, well, Wednesday is travel day. We're going to be traveling. We're also going to be recording day 0 of Leiria Con on Wednesday because we are flying Tuesday / overnight Wednesday, and we arrive in Leiria, Portugal on Wednesday late afternoon. All right. So then the following week, as it were, you guys are going to have daily diaries, both on the podcast as well as YouTube. from Portugal. So there are going to be 5.5/6 days of daily diaries for you guys. We're going to, because there are all these publishers and all these designers, we're definitely going to have some special guests. Don't want to set anything up. You'll find out when you listen to them those days. So that should be a good time. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and we have listened to y'all's feedback as far as what you have enjoyed the most from the daily diaries, and we're going to try and focus on those things. So these are for y'all. So cool. All right. Then while we're gone, so we're actually backing up a couple. So technically on this Thursday, March 1st, episode 101 is going to be the 18XX primer, or intro to 18XX games. Now I know we did this, 2.5 years ago originally, but this episode, and this is what we're going to be recording on Monday, and that's why there's not going to be the Gallerist this week. It's going to be myself, Tony, and Sweater Mike. We're all going to sit down, and we already have a pretty good outline, and it should be a good primer for folks that are interested in getting into 18XX games. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. So it should be a fun episode, should be a good one. Cool? All right. So then fast forwarding, so now we're looking at Tuesday live streams, Thursday the release, and then starting on Thursday, we have all the daily diaries all the way through the week. So now fast forward to the following Tuesday. Tuesday is when we're going to do the weekly look ahead. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why are you doing a weekly look ahead for something that we're covering today? Things change, so this is the plan, so we'll see how it goes. So that's going to be at 1400 Mountain Standard Time, so normal time, different days, since we'll actually be home on Tuesday. All right? So there. All right? So 2100 UTC will be next Tuesday, although, provided nothing changes, you can always just reference this one. So there's that. Then on Thursday, we're going to have new episode for you guys, which is going to be a Leiria Con recap. But we're not going to cover the same things that we covered in the daily diaries. What this episode is mostly going to be, it's going to cover some of the same ground and everything, and our experiences and everything. However, as you guys likely have heard, there's going to be a plethora of new prototypes there. Brazil, CO2 Second Chance, Robespierre. There are others that I can't think of off the top of my head. All these games that we're hoping to be able to play while we're at the Concordia expansion, all these things we're hoping to be able to play at Leiria Con, we're going to talk about on the show, because if there were prototypes, and provided there's no embargo, and I don't think there will be since this is a pretty big-ish con, we're going to be able to report back to you guys on all that. And that's what that episode is mostly going to be. All right? Yes, Hefe. All right. So it's going to be mostly talking about those games, our experiences as well, but also breaking down our first impressions with these games. Now, how far into the prototype are they? Are they close to being done? I don't know. And we'll talk about that as we talk about the games. But we figure if we're going to go and experience these, we want to be able to bring them home to you all. So it kind of makes sense to us for us to be able to do that. And that's what this episode is going to be. So episode 102, Leiria Con recap, will be sometime on Thursday. All right? Cool? Cool. Then on Friday, how about a little Stefan Feld, but like thinky Stefan Feld. The last Stefan Feld that we all really enjoy. And by we all, I mean here at the house at HCHQ. So we got Bora Bora. How to play and live stream in 1900 Mountain Standard Time, 0200 UTC. Should be a good game to stream. I think that's it's got a lot of enough meaty decisions, and it's one we still really enjoy. And so we thought let's bust out a little old school Stefan Feld. Well, I say old school, but it's 4 years old, so it's not that old. All right. So that's Friday. Then on Saturday, the aforementioned Gallerist. So 1000 Mountain Standard Time, 1700 UTC on Saturday, March 10th, the Gallerist live stream. Thankfully, it sounds like it'll either be me or Matt teaching that, and then we'll be doing a 3 or 4 player game of that ahead of our normal game day here at HCHQ. So I realize this is our patron live stream for February, but because of the way things have gone, Amanda's migraines, et cetera, things got shuffled around a little, so it's about 10 days late. So I apologize about that. But you're getting it. So the Gallerist, Saturday, March 10th, 1000 Mountain Standard Time. Cool? All right. So I should make up for a decent weekend, I hope, anyway. And then we're going to do the weekly look ahead again, which is going to cover the stuff that we're going to cover right now, provided nothing changes. And that's going to be 1400 Mountain Daylight Time. Notice, because time changes, spring forward here in the States. It's going to be 2000 UTC. All right, so we're only 6 hours behind UTC at that point, starting on Sunday. All right. And then comes a really, really big week for me, for the show, and in return, y'all. Daily diaries from the Gama Trade Show. Now, this will be my first try or my first visit to the Gama Trade Show. Amanda will be working all week, so she will not be attending, unfortunately. But I'm going to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at what Gama is as I experience it for the first time as well. So that should be a fun trip. It's in Reno, Nevada this year at the Peppermill, and it's not open to the public. It's media, publishers, I believe some designers, distributors, and local game store owners. So this will be pretty interesting, I think. I think this should be something that you don't normally get to see and experience. We're not allowed to do a lot of open filming on the trade floor, but I can record my audio stuff, right? And I can always do my daily diaries at the end of the night and hopefully be able to get some special guests on during that as well. All right. So that should be pretty good. Now, I don't know if the Dice Tower is going, because I know they live streamed last year. If they don't, if I do any live streaming, it's going to be from on caffeine, because that's going to be a much easier process to be able to do via my phone. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, this is my first trip to Gama, so I don't really know what to expect yet, other than we have some meetings set up and stuff like that. Other than that, we'll see how it goes. So it'll be a learning experience for y'all as well as me. So I'm going to record them. Amanda's going to edit them back here, and then she will take care of all the uploading and everything. So you guys will be 1 day behind me. So day 0 will be during day 1 when you hear day 0, etc. Just like the normal daily diaries. Okay? So that should be cool. I hope it should be a good time. On Wednesday now, March 14th, you guys get a special treat. Ask the Elephant with Amanda. I'll be at Gama, so I'm not going to be here. So she said, you know what? Why don't I host and Ask the Elephant? And I was like, you go. So at noon, 1200 Mountain Daylight Time, that's 1800 UTC, Amanda's going to host a Ask the Elephant. How long? However long she wants to. I don't know. It could be 45 minutes, could be 2 hours. She's not as verbose as I am, so she'll probably be able to answer your questions much quicker than I will and that I do. But hopefully you guys get a chance to have some fun with that and enjoy being able to hang out with Amanda instead of being stuck here with me all the time. All right. So that is going to be Amanda's Ask the Elephant. And then to close it all down, we'll do a weekly look ahead for what's happening after Gama. We don't know. We have some tentative stuff on the schedule, but this is further. We normally plan this far out, but normally we don't lock stuff in like this far out because, well, like I said, things change. So we hope that everything goes smoothly and nothing happens and we're able to keep to the schedule. Okay, so that's what the plan is. And yeah, and we'll go from there. All right. So I'm going to go through the chat here real quick and see what folks are saying. Cool. It sounds like people are looking forward to the daily diaries. That's always good. And Eric asks, will I ask about the process of prototyping? Absolutely. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that. And there may be some interview stuff set up or taking place there. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I will definitely be picking some brains while I'm there. It's kind of I'm the world's biggest 5-year-old, so of course I'm going to do that, right? Folks seem to be excited about Bora Bora and the Gallerist, so that's fantastic. And yeah, okay. And Eric also asks, do we have a schedule of the conventions we're going to after Gama? So I'll do this real quick. And none of these are set, well, a couple of these are set in stone. But after Gama, we have a break until HeavyCon. HeavyCon, a day and a half later, I leave for the UK Games Expo. Straight from the UK Games Expo, we head to Sweden to be able to hang out with Space Monkey and the other Swedes that are up there that won the Heavy Cardboard Game Day around the world. Amanda's going to meet me in Sweden for that. Then she's going to fly home. I will be flying straight to Origins from that. So we have HeavyCon, UK Games Expo, Origins, a whole lot of we don't know until Essen. There is possibly Gen Con. There's possibly WBC, although I'll be honest, WBC is probably in doubt this year because of Amanda's work schedule. I'm really reticent to go to Gen Con by myself again after the ordeal that was last year. But then we got Essen, then BGG Con, and possibly PAX Unplugged after that. So we'll see. And I know there is some talk about us going to the first ever Icelandic board game convention in September. We'll see on that as well. So that's kind of the tentative schedule right now. Again, a lot of this is going to be dependent on Amanda's situation, whether or not are we closer to getting her full-time or not, and going from there. All right? So, cool. All right, so that said, that is a really, really big couple of 3 weeks. So hopefully you guys are excited about this. Give us feedback. Let us know. Again, I apologize about episode 101 being in flux. And someone also reached out to us and asked us about what about getting some episodes in a can so that we don't miss stuff like this. And that is absolutely the plan after Leiria Con, after Gama. That is definitely what we have planned, is to be a couple of episodes socked away and recorded to where you guys won't miss episodes going forward. Also, the schedule is going to be changing. Not really dramatically, but we're going to throttle back a little bit because Amanda's burning the candle at both ends, but we'll talk more about that when we get back from Gama. All right? Cool. All right. Fibrous Lizard says, yeah, you guys are really cutting back. After Gama, we'll talk about it. All right? So thanks, everybody, for joining me, and hopefully you guys are excited. Again, give us feedback and let us know. And let us know on the daily diaries. Are you enjoying them? And what aspects of them are you guys enjoying when we release them? All right? So thanks, everybody. Appreciate the well wishes for Amanda. And we will, well, I guess I'll see you guys on Tuesday for the live streams. Catch y'all then. Bye, everybody.